Well, we're going to let the decadence continue on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Made with love by Clover.
Well, we're not going to be holding back on the indulgence this morning. How does a chocolate pistachio baklava, with a little bit of a twist on the Greek classic, best served with our decadence of Clover Bliss medium cream chocolate dairy dessert? And the lady here to help us make this delicious dessert is the one and only Teresa.
Good morning.
Good morning. You know what? I have such a weakness for pistachios lately.
Yes, we were chatting about it just now. I mean, they are addictive.
They are addictive. So you buy the ones in the shells,
Yes.
so you kind of slow down a little bit. You have to open them, but it's so addictive. Once you get going, it's difficult to stop.
Saltiness, oh, divine.
And we're now including that with obviously our own version of a baklava.
Yes, we are doing a chocolate version, which you know I love. I love a chocolate version of anything. So this is going to be our filling, and we've got our phyllo pastry that we're working with today, and we're going to be making a delicious honey syrup to go on top. So
Because
all
that's
the
the
sweet
thing
things.
about baklava. It's a sweet dessert.
Very sweet,
But
yeah.
crunchy.
Yes, exactly. And that's where the phyllo comes in. So I'll show you how to do that.
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to do is mix our filling. So we've got some chocolate chips here. Then we've got some chopped almonds and some pistachios.
And plenty of that.
So get some friends to help you do all the shelling for you. And then some cinnamon as well. So just mix that together. Very, very easy.
Oh, I love all these nuts.
I know, so crunchy and delicious. So it's actually a dry filling as opposed to a paste. And I don't like chopping the nuts too finely because you want that little bit of texture.
And it's quite nice and rustic.
Exactly, you don't want powder or paste, but something just like that, so that's perfect. And what we've got here is our oven dish. So you want to make sure that you grease this really, really well. And then we've got our phyllo pastry. And you want to cut it into the same size as the dish, or you can do what I'm doing now and just fold it in half.
Easy peasy.
And just tuck it in, yeah. And just remember when you're working with phyllo also to keep it covered because it does dry out very, very quickly. And then you're going to brush some butter over the top.
And this is in between the layers. This is what gives us that layered effect with our baklava.
Yes, it adds that flavor and it makes it nice and crispy and crunchy. So just do a couple of layers.
Is this the type of dessert you like to make for your family?
I do. I mean, I don't work with it very often, to be honest, and it's quite extravagant, but I do love working with phyllo. And it's, you know, for the sweet people in your life, people with a sweet tooth.
Yes, that is me.
So pop some of your filling in, and then it's just basically a case of layering. So I don't know if you want to maybe do another layer of phyllo.
I will definitely
on
do
top
that.
with some butter, and I'm going to make our honey syrup.
Fantastic. We just want one layer, right? So I can separate it. Or is it fine if it sticks together?
And then what I've done here is I've just got some honey in the pot, and I'm going to add some water. And all you need to do is bring this to the boil, and then lower the heat and let it simmer for a few minutes, say 5 minutes, just to thicken up.
Now, I'm curious to know, when are we bringing in our Clover Bliss and we are using the chocolate dairy dessert?
Yes, so because this is a chocolate baklava, we are going to be serving it at the end. So when you're finished, you can pour it on top.
Ah.
So for extra chocolatiness.
Oh, and you know, we are here for the chocolatiness.
Oh, yes.
And the Clover
Always.
Bliss. Yes, the medium cream chocolate dairy dessert. It is also ready to eat. It's a chocolate dairy dessert that goes perfectly with also a cinnamon toast, which is something that's quite interesting.
Divine. So the last step before you pop it in the oven is you want to cut it into triangles or diamonds. And the reason we cut it before we bake it is because when it bakes, it obviously gets very crispy and crunchy. And if you try and cut it, it's just going to break and shatter and turn into a bit of a mess. So cut it before it goes in.
Okay.
And then you bake it for about 50 minutes.
Fabulous. Well, I love that this was such a quick and easy recipe. Of course, if you want to get your hands on this delicious chocolate and pistachio baklava that we've made, you can head on over to our website, that is expressoshow.com. And like we've done is we'll also be serving it with our Clover Bliss chocolate dairy dessert.
Yummy.
Oh, It's just going to be chocolate on chocolate on chocolate.
Love it. I'm here for it.
January, we will see you in the gym. There we go. Teresa, thank you so much. This is amazing.
Such a
Of course,
pleasure.
I feel like I have to taste that.
I think you have to.
I have to
Yes.
taste that, especially so early in the morning.
That's such a beautiful one over there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to grab a spoon. I see this one's already cut, and we'll get into it. But if you want to get your hands on this recipe, it is espressoshow.com.